episode is sponsored by a tropical storm. Did you know, Julie, that we are about to get a tropical storm in Southern California for the first time since like 1939? And
They're saying that.
that's what they're saying. And if you thought that here at Yumi and Chisme, we do not provide valuable information, then you are sorely mistaken. Now, by the time you listen to this episode, might you already be underwater if you live in Southern California? That's not our fault, because although we are giving valuable information, it may not be on time, because, well, this isn't necessarily live, and it's actually Thursday and not Monday. So, you know.
Yeah.
Welcome
yes.
to You, Me, and Chisme, your number one source for chisme on the internet. The chisme is that we are going to drown. I hope everyone has a life vest.
I don't know how to swim.
Well, neither do I. So
you don't?
I don't know how to swim. You know, my parents never took me and my little sister to swimming lessons because, well, I'm not going to say because, but my assumption is that they took the two older ones because they had all the time to do everything with them. But then once the two other ones came, it was like, well, they're going to have to fend for themselves. And guess what? Fend for ourselves we are.
I love that. I'm the firstborn, so there's no excuse. Zero excuses. They just didn't teach me how to swim.
Yeah. Well, but you and your brother are not that far apart, right? What's the
3
age
years
difference? 3 years.
That's 3 years.
Well, my older sister and I are 10 years, and my older brother and I are 8 years.
Oh, interesting.
So by the time little Adrian came around, they were like, okay.
This guy, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
He'll just stay on land.
Right. Small technical issue to bring up to everybody, just so you're aware. Julie's microphone isn't working. And, well, we decided it's more important to give you an episode than to fix this. And the only way we can fix it is that Julie has to go get a new microphone. So
and unfortunately that takes time. So
don't leave us.
Don't leave us. Don't leave us, even though I sound weird and odd. I apologize.
Far away. You don't sound odd. You just sound a little far away.
I'm over here. Yeah, it sucks. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It is a-okay. It is August 2023. We are more than halfway done with the year.
Isn't that crazy?
Can you believe?
Barely. I can barely believe.
This year is on its way to ending. As far as I'm concerned,
it's basically done.
It's done.
Pack it up. Pack it up.
Pack it up and get out of here. Okay. Do you want to give the first half of the year a grade? A rating? An F? Okay.
Solid F. A solid F. Yeah. The kind of F you can't crawl out of. No extra credit work. No extra credit. It's not going to save you.
Okay.
What about you?
I don't know. Let's see. I would give it a
Interesting.
Maybe a C.
Oh, I love that for you.
Yeah.
I love that for you.
C plus, maybe?
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe a C plus. You know what? I'm gonna go with the C plus. Yeah.
Wow. My 2023 can only aspire to be that. Here's hoping the second half of it is better than the first half.
Yeah. You know, I'm becoming not a fan of the month of August.
Interesting.
August and I have some beef.
Ain't that some shit? Why?
Yeah. It's 2 Augusts in a row where I'm just like, what is happening? What's going on? And I just don't, sometimes life's hard, and all you can do is put your seatbelt on and try not to die. So
yeah,
here we are. But you know what, Julie?
Tell me. I would love to know.
We're all gonna die.
Interesting. Interesting you say that, because I agree.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What's going on? You have anything you want to tell the people?
What do I have going on? I have a lot of nothing going on.
Okay.
A lot of nothing. You'll hear about it on my Latinx Spotlight, but my show is done. So what else do I have to do with myself
Yeah,
except
you were watching
masturbate? So
okay. Okay, yeah. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yes. So no. Imagine. No, you know what though? This weekend I am getting my shit back together.
Okay.
I'm gonna deep clean my depression den.
Okay.
I'm going to answer my 3,000 unread emails. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
open my 3,000 unread emails. I'm going to deep clean my apartment.
Uh-huh.
We're going to make a list of things we need to get done, and we're going to cross them out. And we're going to set ourselves up for success for Monday morning.
Okay. Well, Monday morning is when the big storm is supposed to arrive.
Yeah, so if I die, I want to be I want to die. Yeah.
You want a clean apartment.
Good standing.
Yeah.
Clean apartment. In case the ambulance has to come get me.
Right. Well,
they're not walking over piles of clothes.
I'm not sure the ambulance may be able to drive to you.
Okay. I was actually not that scared of the storm,
okay.
and you are making me more scared as time progresses.
My apologies. Well, I think what probably will happen is that maybe they're being a little bit overly cautious, and it won't be as bad as what some may think it is going to be.
Right.
And also her name is Hillary, by the way. I should put a little bit of respect on the storm's name. Storm Hillary, or right. I don't know what they call it. Is she a hurricane? She might be a hurricane.
There's whispers that's what it'll be classified as.
The LA Times said a possibility of scattered tornadoes. People may not be able to listen to this on Monday.
Adrian, I wasn't that scared, and now I'm a little scared.
Oh no, don't be scared. Don't be scared. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay.
Cut to the in memoriam piece after this podcast. Oh my god, honestly, I don't want to die.
Well, okay, that's a good sign.
What do you mean? I just got it.
That's always good. Okay.
Well,
listen, I support the deep cleaning and the getting. I that's what I need to do. I need to really. I'm going to my parents' house this weekend, and I think I need to move some of the things that I have here over to my parents' house. Sometimes I think that I am Beyonce, and like I need to keep everything for the museum I'm gonna open one day. I'm not gonna open up. I'm not gonna open up a museum.
We don't know.
We don't know. We don't
know. We gotta aim high.
We do, but I maybe don't need to save every note somebody has ever given me. Do you save things that people give you?
I do. I have thrown out some stuff though, but I do have a lot of little trinkets and letters and cards and stuff of things that I keep.
I imagine that my nieces and nephews may be interested one day, and maybe we can go through them one day. You know?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody needs to care, and I'm assuming it's going to be them.
And they will. They will. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, I love that. Have you done any preparing for our death?
No. I mean, the hurricane? Oh my god, no. Absolutely
Interesting.
not.
Me neither.
I mean, what does one do to prepare for a hurricane?
I don't know. Florida? Can someone call in from Florida and let us know? Yeah, I don't know. I was actually ignoring the news.
Oh, I see.
But TikTok said, "Oh, interesting. I'm going to send you 7 videos in a row about it."
That's where I first learned about this. There was a man on TikTok.
They got progressively more alarming, something's going to happen. And I'm like, I can't ignore it now.
Well, this man on TikTok was like, there are 3 storms in the Pacific Ocean right now. This one's heading so-and-so, this one's heading so-and-so, and then Hillary is heading towards Southern California. Baja California first, Mexico, and then Southern California. And he this was maybe
and possibly the Bay.
I mean, it could go anywhere. I even saw today that it could skip us and go straight to Arizona.
Bye.
So
I mean, skip all you want, Biz.
yeah.
I'm a little nervy. I'm a little nervy because I was driving and it got cloudy while I was driving and windy. And I said, what's happening? Because when I got out of work, it was hot and now it's windy and it's cloudy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Maybe hit up the grocery store. I don't know.
And what does one buy?
Cans of food, no?
I
Like
guess
how, like what if
if you're gonna have me trapped in my apartment at eating cans of food, you know what? May as well, Hillary, take me out. Take me out. What I'm not gonna do, what we're not gonna do is get trapped in our apartments eating
right,
canned food.
right,
No,
right.
no,
By the
no.
way, I nobody has said we're gonna be trapped. It's literally winds and rain.
You
But
tell we're from California. We don't know what a fucking hurricane does.
listen,
Uh-huh.
better we be prepared than not.
100%.
So
100%.
whew, okay.
Yeah.
Hillary.
Wow. Hillary, that asshole.
Yeah.
What an
By the way,
asshole,
did you
Hillary.
see Hillary Clinton on MSNBC the other day when Trump got indicted again?
Was it before Sunday?
Was it what?
Before Sunday?
No, it was after Sunday.
Oh, then still no. I was like,
Oh,
I was dead to
it was a
everyone before Sunday.
screenshot. It was a screenshot.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't.
Anyways, yeah. Anyways, I mean the man is going to jail.
I mean, here's
Straight to
hoping.
jail.
Give me that mugshot.
I mean, we're gonna get one,
I
which is
can't wait.
wild. I
I'm
mean,
so
listen.
excited.
I mean,
I'm so excited.
what kind of world? What is this? You know?
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, it's really wild.
You
Are
ever just
we?
stop and think how insane that entire journey was?
I mean,
And that y'all voted? Y'all went out there and voted.
right,
Y'all got in your cars, drove over there, looked at the ballot, and still said, check on Donald Trump.
right. Well, and let's not forget the people who didn't vote either, because you know, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, what? Okay, I don't. I also don't mean to make this doom and scary kind of thing, but
God.
I was also reading in the LA Times today that one of the big reasons, or there was a big study that was released recently that said that one of the big reasons for an extinction. Oh, see, now I've extinct. Oh no. Oh no. You know when
Can't
you
talk about it if you can't pronounce it.
well, I'm still going to talk about it. One of the reasons why like the really big mammals went extinct was due to fire. Like there was here in Southern California that fire caused these animals to basically go extinct. And so they were talking about how this report was put together, and they said that they pulled mud samples, like the soil samples from Lake Elsinore, from the lake in Lake Elsinore, and were able to go pretty deep and to pull that out and do the research that they do. And they saw that there was I don't know exactly what they called it, but like fire debris or whatever. And so it leads them to believe that when these animals went extinct, it was when humans had just became a thing, and that humans again were the reasons why these fires started. And obviously they couldn't control them. And so hence all those big animals died. And well, You know, animals love to ruin a lot of things. Um,
I think what we've learned today is that nothing good can come from reading the LA Times. So stop reading.
I just like to be aware and prepared of how we
Death.
may go. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I should let you know I'm a little paranoid now.
I mean, listen, this was 33,000 years ago or whatever it was. So, you know.
Some scientist is listening to us and they're gonna laugh at you for saying 30.
What? That's what the article said. 33,000 years ago. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I don't want to think about this anymore. I don't want to
Okay.
think about
No,
this
listen,
anymore.
first of all, we're okay. Okay. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Oh my God. Hurricanes extend now. I'm so done.
Maybe we both
You know
should
what?
just end
Yeah.
here.
You know what, guys? This is it for today. We're gonna go. We're not okay. We're not here.
Yeah. No, we're
Wow.
really not. So
We're really not.
we're really
Wow.
not.
Jesus.
Anyways, I just did a rewatch of Hamilton. It took me 3 days.
You did.
Yeah, it took me 3 days.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
When we talked, Adrian and I had a FaceTime call. We're friends in real life. Thank you. When we talked, I'm just registering. I literally thought you meant you had watched it beginning to end 3 days in a row. But right now, finding out that it took you 3 days to finish one musical. I cannot with you.
A musical that is almost 3 hours long, by the way.
There's 24 hours in a day. I don't understand.
Okay, well, okay. First of all, I'm, I have other things to do during those other 24 hours.
Okay, popular.
Yeah, like go crazy.
I definitely thought you meant you had to watch it beginning to end 3 times. That's why I was like, damn, that's real intense.
Oh, you think I'm a psycho?
I
Okay.
legit, that's why I was like, oh wow, that's a lot of crying. Like that's a lot of intense from beginning to end for 3.
No, it took me 3 days to watch the whole thing.
Okay. Well, now I'm understanding.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Wow. Interesting.
Okay.
Oh, good times.
Yeah. Anyways. Okay. Well, I was just gonna say that I thoroughly enjoyed it again. And yeah.
I love that for you because Hamilton is perfect.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. What do you think that the gasp at the end means? Do you have a particular opinion?
Oh, I did, and it's suddenly not in my brain anymore.
I had to go back and Google what people thought it was. It was either she, yeah, it's either she thought that, or she sees the audience, or that she sees her husband, or something like that.
Interesting. I did have a theory. It's not in my brain.
I think we've talked about this in an episode before. So if somebody,
Chaim is gonna bring up the archive. Well, actually, Julie, on episode 115, you said, yes, I don't know. I'll have to rewatch it. I haven't watched Hamilton in a while. Now I want to rewatch it.
It might take you 3 days.
It won't.
Okay.
It won't. It'll take me one night.
Okay.
It'll take me one night.
Okay.
I'm not. I don't start like a movie that's long. Well, a movie in general. If I know I'm not gonna be able to finish it. I have to be able to finish it.
Interesting.
So interesting.
Just also want to add that Big Brother has restarted again, the American version of Big Brother. And I know you're going to talk about
I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. Don't tell me about it. I don't want to know if it's interesting. I don't know if you like people, because I will watch it, and we can't do that to my brain anymore.
Okay. Well, for those of you who are fans, DM me. Because Julie doesn't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry. I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. I
But I
understand.
did
I understand
see,
your mourning right now.
right. I'm going through withdrawals. Is what I'm
Withdraws.
going through.
Withdraws.
Yes. But I did see that contestant that got expelled, he
Mm,
recently spoke out. A contestant got expelled for using the N-word,
mhm.
and he recently said that it was because of sleep deprivation or something.
Yeah, he was blaming it on like sleep deprivation and basically going crazy, this being under the studio lights and all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
know when
he's,
you're under a bright light and you haven't slept and you say the N-word? Has that ever happened to you?
right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, I
interesting.
mean, listen, we got rid of him within, week one. So we're
Right.
moving on.
Well,
Okay. Well, anything else you
well,
want to
though,
say?
before
Oh,
I do. Did you know, that we got a new review?
no, on Apple Podcasts?
An Apple Podcasts.
What does it
The
say?
username, it was on July 4th when I was deep in my depression. Boozilla is the username. Boo, who are you? Show yourself. DM us. 5 stars, Boo. I'm
Five
obsessed with you.
stars.
The title of the review is Real Friends Know, and this is a review, ladies and gentlemen. Real friends know what real friendship sounds like. This show is like listening in on a conversation at a mall food court. Two people unconcerned with the opinion of others. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, Boo, but so observant and appreciative of each other's perspectives. They are here for each other and thankfully for our entertainment.
That is so sweet.
Boozilla,
Thanks,
Boo,
Boozilla.
Boozilla, show yourself. We want to
Yeah.
know who you are. DM us, so we can love you
Yeah,
in
that
a
is so
non-weird
sweet.
way, in a regular way, in a chill. We're chill in a chill way.
That is so sweet. And listen, I love a mall food court. I
Who
mean,
doesn't?
this person, this person,
They get us.
they understand.
Yeah, they get
Okay.
us.
Wow. Boozilla. How fun.
Yes.
Thanks. I'm so
Thank
excited.
you. Thank you,
We
Boo.
still we still have that 1 star review or that one
We
star
do. And
rating.
it keeps me up at night. Who is it? Why? Not even a review. They just left the rating. Well,
Yeah,
how can we fix what's wrong if you don't tell us what's wrong?
right, right,
It's a struggle. I don't like the 1 star. I really do.
right,
Every time I do look at our rating, I'm like, there it fucking is.
right.
There it fucking is.
Listen, if you know how to type, we would appreciate any type of review.
Yeah.
Um, Anywhere that you can leave us one. And to be honest with you, I think we can only see the ones who end up on Apple Podcasts. So if you listen to us on like iHeartRadio or anywhere like that, I don't know how to find those. So screenshot them and send them to us because
Yes. Yeah.
who knows? Maybe we have a treasure trove of reviews over there. I would have no
Who's
idea.
to say? We would not know how to find that information.
Okay. How exciting. Boozilla. That is so
Boozilla.
sweet.
Yeah, that was a great review. Boozilla, are you a writer? Because that was beautifully
It really
crafted.
was unconcerned with the opinions of others. Is that
She
us?
said, they said, look at
That,
us.
that's all I've ever wanted to be.
Absolutely. And that's coming across. Oh my God.
Mm,
Obsessed.
wow. If only you knew what was happening in my head.
Babes, we're so concerned. We're so concerned with the. No, I'm just kidding. Oh God. Well, thank you for listening, Boozilla. I hope we've captured you enough to still be listening to us. If you are, we would love a DM because we want to place faces to our reviews.
Yeah, and don't knock us off on points for Julie's mic today. It's just it's
I'm
It's a
sorry. I am sending sincere apologies.
yeah. Yes. Also, a lot of people watched and listened to our last episode. Did you see the numbers, Julie?
No, I did
No, yeah.
not.
People were watching.
Let me tune in and see. Speaking of our last episode, one of our listeners, we've talked about him before, I believe, Micah,
Uh-huh.
he sent me a very sweet message about our episode where I talk about my depression. And Micah, thank you so much. I still think about your message every time I get a little sad.
That is so
So
sweet.
very oh my god, you guys tuning in.
Yeah, people were literally watching.
Oh my
Like,
god, they're upset because I was depressed in it. How dare you?
probably. Probably.
I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Look at us. Our
Yeah.
numbers are kind of okay,
Yeah, no, they're good. They're good.
considering we don't really promote.
And we're not famous.
We're definitely not
Literally
famous.
nobody knows us.
No,
We are
no.
not
Well,
people.
how dare you? Our
Well, I
audience
mean,
knows us.
well, I know, but what I'm saying is like
Oh, you just made the Boozilla is gonna go back to Apple Podcast and they're gonna say some things that you're not gonna like.
no, listen, what I'm trying to say is that like, you hear about, the podcasts that have people that are famous. I mean, well,
Right.
first of all, there's like famous people, and then there's like people who are well known who have podcasts, and we are not famous nor well known.
But we would like to be. So
I
don't
mean,
let anything deter you from sharing that we exist.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think we're just as good.
Some may say,
Some might
some
say
may
better.
say
Some might say
better.
better. Because
Some may say
listen, like I don't listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to two on the like somewhat regularly, and not even that regularly. But I listen to Rosie O'Donnell's podcast, and I listen to Las Cortaristas with Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers. Well, first of all, two different podcasts, both wonderful. We probably fall more under Las Cortaristas, although we don't have famous people on here. Or actually, yes, we do. I'm so sorry. We have. We do.
How dare you?
How dare
Jasmine
I?
Cephas Jones is blocking us immediately.
I'm so sorry. Ignore what I said. But I think we're giving Matt and Bowen a run for their money.
I agree.
Other people, other podcasts. I don't know. You guys tell us who we're better than. That's a fun thing.
That's a fun little game.
Yeah, tell us which podcasts we're better than. Where you guys are better than Keep It. Yay. I don't know.
Right.
I don't listen to Keep It, but maybe it's good. Maybe we're better. Who is to say?
Who is to say?
I saw this man that I follow on Instagram on the street when I was driving home today. And he unfortunately heard me singing at the top of my lungs an Alabama Shake song. That's it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Listen, this is
riveting once again.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. This is usually when we would do fan mail, but nobody sent us any voice memos. So we're gonna sit in silence for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Starting now. I'm just kidding. Feel free to send us voice memos. You can ask us a question. You can give us a review. You can do whatever you would like to do. But we are open to audience participation. You can send us voice memos on Instagram DMs. Okay. Shall we? Yeah.
Let's.
Okay. It's time for America's favorite segment in all internet media. It's time for the Pop Culture Pop-Up. First up on the Pop Culture Pop-Up. Okay. Britney. News has come out that Britney Spears is getting a divorce from that man that she was married to. And it's getting a little bit out of control here. Julie, you probably have a better concise idea of what's happening. What I know is that they're getting a divorce. He's threatening to exploit her and release information about her if the prenup doesn't get altered or somehow or something. What do you know, Julie?
So yes, it looks like they are getting a divorce. He's released a statement. I'll read it to you shortly. They're getting a divorce. Then page 6, that's the first we heard. Then we heard that page 6 was reporting that Sam was threatening to release embarrassing information of Britney Spears, embarrassing information, and because he wanted to renegotiate the prenup, and he wants alimony. Then what else did we hear? We heard that then Britney posted about wanting to buy a horse. So she did though.
She is so unbothered.
Yeah. Then on a Instagram post about on page of page 6 that says Sam is threatening to release extraordinarily embarrassing Britney Spears info if prenup is not renegotiated. Octavia Spencer commented, "Extortion is illegal." So that also happened. Also, Jamie Lynn Spears liked an Instagram post about the divorce because she is irrelevant, so she needed the spotlight. Then Sam released a statement. I shall read it now. On his Instagram story. After 6 years of love and commitment to each other, my wife and I have decided to end our journey together. Oh wait, hold on. I'm so sorry. When we first found out about the divorce, we heard that allegedly Britney had cheated on Sam. That's the story that they're trying to say. Okay. After 6 years of love and commitment to each other, my wife and I have decided to end our journey together. We will hold on to the love and respect we have for each other, and I wish her the best always. Shit happens. Asking for privacy seems ridiculous, so I will just ask for everyone, including media, to be kind and thoughtful.
Wait, he said shit happens.
He said it. It's right here. Shit happens.
Oh,
Shit happens.
Okay.
So that's happening. Now we're getting a couple of stories unverified that Britney has attacked Sam in his sleep, left him with a black eye once. A lot of things that allegedly she has once again what's the word, alienated herself from her family, so she's not on speaking terms with anyone from her family, not her siblings or her parents, according to reports. Oh, who's to say? What I will say is, can Britney catch a break?
Right.
Can she catch a break? And Sam, how dare you? Sam, how dare you? Whether he is or is not trying to release embarrassing information, there is clearly a struggle for the prenup. Clearly,
Right.
there's too many different reports for that not to hold a little bit of truth. And to that I say, what a disgusting human being.
Yeah. It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing, and it kind of shows like, no, you would think, I'll talk about it in the Latinx spotlight, but there's something that happened in the reality TV show that makes me think about this. But it's like, you would think that knowing, you have to have, as Sam, you have to have somewhat of a perception of what people are going to think about you when this news comes out. And for you to think of that and continue to do it is just a level of audacity. It's like the money matters more. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's like, okay, fine, people are going to hate me. They'll get over it.
I never had a good feeling about him, TBH.
You know what? I don't want to say it.
Yeah. It never felt right. It felt weird. He seems money and fame hungry, which clearly is happening.
100%.
And yeah, no. Mm-mm.
It never felt right to me because let us not forget that her father was okay with this relationship.
Mm, mm.
And that's the reason why it never felt right to me that they were together while she was still under conservatorship was a little interesting.
Right.
Yeah.
As Wendy Williams once said, death to them all, Mr. and Mrs. Spears. And you too,
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
Um, we are no surprise here. If you're a longtime listener of Yumi and Chisme, we are big Britney fans. You can go back
Huge.
and listen to one of our older episodes where we recap the Free Britney movement. We love Britney, and we want nothing but the best for Britney. So,
Agreed.
it sounds like she has lawyered up. It sounds like she probably can win the legal case if there is going to be one. And so we send Brittany all of our love. Brittany, come on the pod.
Come on the pod, Brett.
Come on the pod. Would love to chat.
There are also reports that she's working on a new album. And I would like to go on record and say, I don't know if I want it.
You mentioned that before, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I want it. I think, babe, I think you're good. I think live off of what you've already produced. I don't think.
Or maybe
I
we
don't
need a little
know.
bit more time. I mean,
Maybe.
listen, if she wants to get out, if making music is what makes her happy,
Yeah.
then I'm all for it. But I hope it's what she wants and how she wants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Brittany, we love you.
We love you, Brett.
Okay.
Brett.
Next up on the Pop Culture Pop-Up, Oprah.
Oh, Oprah.
I don't know what the story is, so you'll have to fill me in, Julie.
There is a wildfire happening, and there was one. There's another one. No, there's
another one.
You know, the news isn't covering it. News, where are you? I find all my information on TikTok. So there was a wildfire in Hawaii on the island, but also Lahaina, the specific area was called Lahaina. Apologies. The first thing that connected Oprah to this story, a lot of there was deaths, sorry, not to surpass, there was deaths in this wildfire. It almost ruined the entire island. A lot of people lost houses and businesses.
There's still a lot of people missing as well.
A lot of people missing.
Yes.
My friend, you're going to see this in our Instagram stories next week. My friend's mom was actually lost for a couple of days in this wildfire. She lives there and she has a business there. The mom has been found, but she lost her business and her home, and now she's in California. So there's a GoFundMe page that we're going to post on our Instagram stories. They're raising money for her, and whatever is left over from helping her is going to go back to the community that she's from. So please donate to that if you have a little bit of extra money. So at least 110 people dead, I'm reading here, of the Maui wildfires. And the first time that I heard Oprah connected to this, if you don't know, Oprah has property in Hawaii. And the first time I heard her connected to this was she wanted to go and cover this, but she wanted to go and take some cameras. She wanted to take supplies, but take some cameras with her as well. And the people of Hawaii said, no, this isn't your publicity stunt. These people are missing and they're dead and they're hurting. And I guess eventually she went back and without the cameras and did donate her time and some supplies, but somehow cameras found her there. So I don't know. And she has land there. To that I say, Oprah, give your land back to Hawaii. I don't know what everyone's obsession, all the rich people's obsession with taking land from people who it already belongs to. It already belongs to. Tourism is such it has such a negative impact for the communities of Hawaii. And they've spoken out about this over and over and over again. There was an interview about a woman of a woman that I saw on TikTok who is a member of the community in Hawaii. And she was saying how painful it is to see that the same waters that her people had to go in, a lot of people had to go into the ocean to get away from these wildfires, that the same oceans that the people had to flee these wildfires and go into are the same oceans that tourists are currently now swimming in. And Hawaii is not out of danger, and it's not out of the struggle. They're still looking for support. They're still looking for donations, and tourism is still alive and well. And so many people are struggling. I saw videos of stupid ass tourists crying and rolling their eyes because their vacations were ruined. What are we doing? What are we doing to a space that is so beautiful, with beautiful people that deserve better? And the people from Hawaii speak out about this constantly, about how tourism is so harmful to them and how tourism is harming them. And we continue to go to this place and consume all of its resources, so much so that the communities have to limit water to themselves because they're saving it for tourists. And we still continue to travel to this place that the community is asking us to stop, and we continue to do it. And then when there's a demand of no, you cannot, you get on a camera and you cry about it. Insane. And Oprah, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You know what I think about billionaires. And Oprah, you just because you're a little funny and a good interviewer and you've made history does not mean that you're beyond reproach. And I don't like it. And I don't like the entire conversation that surrounds Hawaii and the way that we constantly silence the voices of the people in the communities. And if ever we start listening, it's to the implants. It's to the white people that now live there. And it's so ridiculous and infuriating to me. And I think we need to start paying attention, because right now it's Hawaii. And then, I mean, the white and rich people, and not just white, but the rich people are going to eventually run out of other places, and they're just going to start taking over. And what are you going to do then, babes? It's insane.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's people are wild, and
People are wild.
I wonder where these people grew up. Not in a home with manners. The tourism thing for me is complicated because I would imagine that there are probably people who live on these islands as well who need the tourism to survive. And so there has to be some type of way where you can have this economy and then also have people respect the land that you're living on. And so
right.
It's very complicated. And I think that there is a history, and I mean, obviously, hello, we live where we live, stolen land. And so, it is very, 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 I think, complicated. And the thing that I think is also very scary is that there's a lot of people who don't understand how complicated these issues are, or why they are complicated, or why people who are natives to certain lands are upset. Mm-hmm. And I worry that there are a lot of people, and I mean, there's a lot of people in general, but the younger people who are not going to understand these intricate topics and these and why people are upset, rightfully so. And so, and then I think that is also scary because what happens after that, out of sight, out of mind, and next thing you know, everything's already been stolen.
Right.
So, um, hopefully, the people of Hawaii can get all of the help that they need
Yeah.
immediately, because that is scary and such a tragedy.
Yeah.
And Oprah, get to work, girl.
Get to
Get
work.
to work.
Yeah.
And tell me how much you've donated. I'd like to know.
I would also like to know, Oprah, if you could
Yeah.
send us your financial statements, that'd be great.
Yeah. I'm sure we can look it up somewhere, right?
I'm sure.
Yeah. Next up on the pop culture pop up, Keke Palmer. Keke Palmer said, "Get out of my house.
Yeah.
I'm shooting an Usher music video." Keke
Yeah.
Palmer, if you don't remember, went to the Usher show in Vegas, got pulled up on stage, and her baby daddy at the time said, "What is your problem? Why are you out there dressed like that?" And then Keke said, I would imagine she said
Mhm.
something along the lines of like, get out of my house. Don't
Right.
disrespect me like that. And now Keke is starring in a Usher music video, which I think is just the funniest, most spectacular thing that could ever happen. I
It's phenomenal.
love her so, so much. Um, Keke, let me say
Kiki.
this. Come on the pod.
Come on the pod,
I
Kiki.
would die.
What a dream.
I would die.
What a dream.
Julie, tell us what your thoughts are here.
Well, I want us to quickly remember that he did not just tell her that how dare you? What are you wearing? You're a mother. He told Twitter. He tried to shame her publicly. He tried to publicly shame his partner about what she was wearing and where she was at and what she was doing. And the internet said, I don't know who the fuck you think you are, sir, but we respect Keke in this house.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, now Britney, now Keke is starring in an Usher music video as Usher in a song called Boyfriend. That is the kind of petty I aspire to be. That is dedication, that is commitment, that is a thought out process. I love this for her. I love this for Usher. I love this for me. And more than anything, I love this for her ex-partner. I love that for him. Because how dare you?
I
Because how
mean,
dare you?
how it's so wild. I mean, I I just
And like 2 days before, she had tweeted something like, I love my man.
right. No, she loved this man.
She loved him.
Oh, and he
Loved
is so
him.
disrespectful.
So
Don't
disrespectful
let
to
anybody ever
Keke.
disrespect you like that. Ever.
And do not ever get with a woman who you know you'll eventually want to dim her light. How dare you?
So many of these men cannot handle
They can't.
a powerful woman in the
Yeah.
spotlight, a powerful woman in everything that she does.
Yeah.
How small and fragile is your ego? How pathetic. How
Pathetic.
embarrassing.
Yep.
How stupid.
Yep.
It is mind boggling that there are men out there that cannot handle a woman who is standing on her own 2 feet doing what she wants to do.
Yep.
What, he doesn't go and hang out with his friends
Mm-hmm.
and catcall a woman or
Right.
talk about what, like, she was, first of all, what was she gonna do? I
I
mean,
mean, babe, babe,
first of all,
you
it's a
could be sitting
concert.
right next to me. If Usher comes up to me, babe, in your face, I'll dance with him.
And it's a concert that's like, she didn't just go up there, you know,
Right.
like, like
Yeah.
There must have been some, it's part of the show. First of all, there's always somebody who goes up there. Like, it just is, it's really, really embarrassing for this man. Keke's 30th birthday is coming up in a couple days, in about 9 days from the day we're recording, August 26th. She's a Virgo. And I need to think about what female Virgos I have in my life. Male Virgos, I already know you. No, thank you. But the female Virgos, I need to know who they are. Because, I mean, I love it. I love her.
Mm-hmm. I love her too.
Keke, come on the pod.
Come on the pod, Keke. We would have so much fun. We'd have a blast.
Promise. Okay. Excellent. And you know what? I'm happy she left him.
Same.
Instead of, trying to make it work, because all it takes is one time.
Right.
Disrespect me one time.
Keke, do not make us look bad by getting back with him, please. Because
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. I listened to Lemonade. I was writing for Beyonce. Turns out she got back with them.
That's different. That's different. That's different.
Who's to say?
That's different. That's different. You could. I know you could say whatever you want about Jay-Z, but Keke's little boyfriend is not Jay-Z.
Right. 100%.
And I think saying. No, I know. But and I mean, I'm gonna go see Beyonce in a couple days.
I did not know that, but now suddenly I've never been more jealous of you.
I'm gonna see her on the Renaissance tour at on her birthday, September 4th. B-Day.
Wow. I guess you couldn't get 3 tickets. You couldn't add one more. No. Oh, and that's weird. I thought Ticketmaster did let you get more than a couple. No. Oh, that's weird. That's weird.
The ticket limit, I think, was 4.
Oh, you got the 4, and then you found 3 people. Interesting, because I would have counted as 1.
The 3 people found me.
I know, interesting. That's weird. I mean, it's fine. I'm not even that mad about it, if we're being honest. It's just an interesting thing that I thought about. That's cool. So I guess have fun. I guess have a good time.
Remember when I met Beyonce?
I hadn't remembered. And suddenly, so I get no concert ticket and I get no meeting with Beyonce. And you get both?
Well, I don't know.
So don't look at me and tell me that God does not have favorites, because clearly he does.
And sometimes I wonder if he does.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That'll be very exciting. All jokes and bitterness aside, that will be very exciting. I saw Beyonce at the Formation tour and didn't invite you, so it's fine.
Did we know each other?
We did.
Oh, but we weren't like.
I mean, we weren't.
Yeah.
That's a good point. And now we are. And I still didn't get an invite, Adrian. So isn't that interesting?
That's funny.
That interesting.
This will be my 3rd time seeing Beyonce live. I saw her on the Run tour, the first one.
Well, I hope it sucks.
I saw her at the Formation tour.
Uh-huh.
And then we met each other.
Right.
And then now, we'll be reunited.
Wow. Isn't that fun for you too? Won't that be fun? Won't that be a blast?
Yeah.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you videos.
Wow.
What do you...
That feels like you're just throwing it in my face.
Okay, then I won't send you videos.
I don't know what I want now.
Okay, well, let me know, because I want to make you happy.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. So I just need you to remember, don't mess this up for the rest of LA. When she sings the song and she says, everybody on mute, you're supposed to shut up. Don't ruin it. Don't be the one in the crowd.
You don't have to tell.
I don't want to see a TikTok video of someone telling you to shut up.
You don't have to worry about me. Okay.
I'll take you out of all of the marketing of you, me, and Chisme if that happens.
You don't have to worry about me. I've been practicing. I know how to do. Okay. Look around, everybody on mute. See?
I love that. I love that.
And now she's starting to prepare people. She's doing it. She's like tricking people. Like, I'm about to, everybody on mute. That's going to be my new thing.
Yeah.
Everybody on mute.
Yeah. They better in the middle of a fight, you should just say it.
Yeah. I was watching a TikTok yesterday, and this girl was like, I've come up with the most perfect solution to for whenever you're having disagreements or you want to talk to somebody and you're worried about maybe hurting their feelings. And they say that they have a safe word. And basically you tell like if you, and let's say our safe word was, I think theirs was, gosh, I can't remember. I don't know. Snowball or snowflake or something. Okay. And so then if I wanted to say something to you where maybe it was critical but you couldn't get mad, I'd be like, snowflake,
okay,
you need to pick up your dirty chonies, mm-hmm. And it creates this sense of like, okay, we're on the same page. We're letting our guard down here. We're going to be respectful.
Safe space.
She says it works.
I love that.
Yeah. Anyways, the tip of the day for everybody at home. Create a safe
word. Tell us. We don't teach you stuff.
Exactly. Next up on the pop culture pop-up, for all of our Bravo fans out there, it's official. Raquel is not returning to Vanderpump Rules for the next season. They've already started filming. There was a big question mark as if she was going to return to the show to film, and it is confirmed that she will not be returning to film. Will she be a topic of conversation? I mean, I would assume so. But I don't think that they're going to make it a big topic of conversation, to be honest with you. Rachel did turn down Yumi and Chisme and decided to do her first interview on the Bethany podcast and not with us. That's not true. We never reached out and she never reached out to us, but she did go on the Bethany show, on Bethany's podcast. Julie, how can the show move forward without Rachel?
That was my actual first question.
Well, listen, I think the show will be fine because Rachel, although is one of the main reasons of the scandal of what had happened last season, Rachel was only on the show for maybe 3 seasons and really kind of was a minor character on the grand scheme of things. She hasn't been there from the beginning. I think that I will still be watching. I actually kind of am okay with her not being on the show because I'm not sure how they could have moved on if she was on the show. I don't know. It would have. I mean, obviously Tom Sandoval's still going to be there, and that dynamic is interesting. There's a lot of talk on the internet that he's been filming with the entire cast, which they're on a TV show. That's the whole point of the TV show. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think this is actually what's best for the show. And honestly, I think it's what's best for her. Like, I don't think that she needs to be on reality TV, to be honest with you. And I'm going to be okay. I'm quite okay with the decision. So.
And that's all that matters. If Adrian's good.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Will you be watching?
No more reality TV for me.
Got it.
I think I've capped out for the year.
Got it.
I've reached my limit, but I hope you enjoy the journey.
Thank you. I think I will. It probably will premiere in early 2024.
I don't want to put any pressure on you, but we do expect minute-to-minute updates of these episodes on TikTok.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't watch them live.
Oh, you're gonna have to explain that to our followers because they're waiting for it. DM us
Are
if you're
you?
looking forward to TikToks giving us recaps of every episode right after they air. The second after it airs.
Me with the most boring
You,
opinions? I don't
you
think
said
so.
there is no such thing as a boring opinion.
The way,
Someone will
if you guys could
that
see the way Julie was looking at me,
was genuine. That
I
was
know it scared
genuine.
me. That was really scary. I will give my opinion. I'm sorry.
Sorry. I didn't mean to make it scary.
It's okay.
But you will, right? I'm just kidding.
I will. Rachel, come on the pod. I have questions for you. And I'm
Rachel,
sure
I'd
our
love
listeners
to
do
talk.
too. We will take listener questions, viewer questions. So, Rachel, come on the pod.
Yeah. And I surprisingly actually do have a question for Rachel. And that is, why did you trick people into calling you Raquel? Because that's my first question that I'd
Question
like to
number
ask
one.
you. Question number
Question number
one on
one.
the list. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally, on the pop culture pop up, there's some drama with the Blindside movie, the movie that Sandra Bullock won her Oscar for. The movie based on the football player. I don't have his name. I'm so sorry. Do you?
It's Michael Oher, O'Hare, Oher.
Yes.
O'Hare.
And so the film Blindside is about Michael, who is adopted by a white family,
Mhm.
and he ends up going to have success in the NFL. Sandra Bullock played the
The
mom.
mom. Mhm.
Michael is now saying that the family never actually adopted him and used him for their own greed and their own, opportunity to make money. Did I get that right?
Essentially, yes. He's
Yeah.
saying that the Tui family never actually adopted him, and he was actually under a conservatorship this entire time,
Right.
not an adoption, and that they were the ones that received most of the financial benefits that came from the movie and benefits in every other way that related to him existing and the success of the film. After this happened, a lot of people were like, where's Sandra Bullock? Make a statement. How dare everyone? First of all,
Right.
her partner just died. So have some respect. Two, I guarantee you that Sandra had no idea, no idea what was happening. And that is confirmed because then Michael gave another interview and said, leave Sandra alone. She's a goddamn angel and she knew nothing about this. Then the Tui family released a statement and essentially said, well, the son released a statement or did an interview, I believe, where he's like, he wasn't talking very kindly about Michael, saying that, we kind of already always prepared for something like this to happen. We could, like, this lawsuit. So essentially, they always kind of knew. The Tui family released a statement recently and said, well, we're going to start the process on ending the conservatorship. Essentially, what they said is that could have been done at any point if Michael would have come to us directly and talked to us about this. And it feels like Michael went this other way for some reason. It must have been for some reason, right? Why would he make this public if he hadn't before? No one knew that he wasn't actually adopted. Everyone assumed that he was because that's the story that they sold. But no, he was under a conservatorship. And as we've learned with Britney Spears, conservatorships are often placed as a way to take advantage of people. So
Right.
depressing.
Yeah. Very sad. Should be
Yeah,
investigated, honestly.
definitely investigated.
Like what is this family up to? The thing, this is such a minor kind of different tangent, but this is what really bothered me.
Okay.
Um I started seeing tweets about people being angry at other people saying that Sandra Bullock should give up her Oscar for the
Interesting.
movie. I never saw anybody say Sandra needs to give up her Oscar. But all of a sudden, I saw everybody being like, how dare people say that she needs to give up her Oscar? And so again, I find it frustrating when maybe one or two people tweet something that is stupid, like Sandra Bullock needs to give up her Oscar. And now all of a sudden it's like people want her to return her Oscar, not people. One, two people who had one small opinion. A tweet is not a fact. A tweet is not, it could be, but a tweet is not a news story. And that really bothers me.
Yeah.
It really bothers me because you're ruining news. We're creating headlines and stories about one or two people tweeting something, or like people who's like, I mean, everybody has an opinion, but does it need to become a news story because you have that opinion? And so now it creates this type of narrative that there are these factions of people who are like upset that she needs to give back her Oscar, when it's like, I don't know, maybe it's 5 people, but it creates this idea that there's people, running around with pitchforks and what do you call those things? The thing that has the flame, the fire.
Oh God! Oh
know.
no!
I
No!
don't know.
No! No! No!
Anyways,
No!
but you guys can see the picture that I'm trying to paint.
Yeah.
I just I find that very frustrating. Anyways,
that is frustrating. I did see those tweets, and I also did not see people saying that she should give up the Oscar. And I also need to repeat, this has nothing to do with Sandra Bullock.
Right. And thank you for bringing that up, that she, like, her partner for her longtime partner,
right,
died of I'm not sure what the disease was, but he was sick.
He was sick, yes.
I mean, when I heard that, I was like, can this woman catch a break?
I know. Can she catch a break?
I mean,
yeah, I love Sandra, and she seems so sweet.
And I can't watch her Oscar speech. And I love to watch Oscar speeches, but she looks at that man.
She does.
And
she
tells
loves him so
him
much.
how much she loves him.
She loves him so much.
And he was doing her dirty the entire time.
Yeah.
I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that's going to do it for the Pop Culture Pop-Up. We'll be back next week with more Pop Culture Chisme. Julie, do you have a Latinx spotlight for us?
I do. If you're subscribed to our email, to our website, then you already know what this is about. And if you're not, then how dare you? YouMeAndChisme.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Wendy Guevara, ladies and gentlemen, is officially the first trans woman to win a reality TV show in Mexico. How exciting! All those 24/7 live streams, all of the VPNs and subscriptions that I bought. And here we are on the other side of things, very excited that she made history in Celebrity Big Brother Mexico. It was a phenomenal journey. What a time to be alive. It was such a fun, hilarious, joyful thing to consume. And Wendy Guevara made that show. The show and the other contestants, excluding Nicola because he's perfect, but everyone else would like you to believe that the team that she was a part of made the show. But if we know anything, it's that Wendy brought the audience. We know this because in the finale, there was 41 million votes. Wendy received 18 million of those votes. Nicola, second place on the show, first place in my heart, he got 15 million votes, and then the rest were divvied up between the last 3 finalists. They made the show. Nicola and Wendy, as some may call them, Wencola, made the show. The show did not, the last couple of weeks of the show, or like after the finalists were announced, which was the last week, I was like, well, the drama has ended. Here they are. They're a team. They're here together. But no. Because the 2 older gentlemen started realizing that Nicola and Wendy were a little bit stronger than they had anticipated. And their little knickers started to get in a bunch because they didn't know what to do with themselves. They thought we were the leaders of the team. We put our faces out there. We were up for nomination all tons of time. The people love us. No, the people loved the team, and the leader to the audience was always Wendy. Anyway, they convinced everyone, all four of them, there was four of them by the end. They convinced they all made a pact. It's 4 million pesos, the money that gets paid out. And they said, 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's do, because we came together as a team. We got here as a team. We'll win as a team. We'll divide the money up as a team. The audience said, I don't know who the fuck you think you are. They saw right through those old jerks, for lack of a better word. Anyway, so you know how I said previously that people would go outside of this house and they would chant, we love you, we're going to vote for you. Da, da, da. Well, people started going outside the house and chanting, don't divide the money. Don't divide the money. And Wendy and everyone, Nicola, were all like, guys, you guys don't understand. We want to do this because Wendy and Nicola, oh, blind. And then one of the guys, Poncho the Nigris, told Wendy one time they're sitting outside and people were chanting for her and telling her not to divide the money. And he's like, this is the fans talking. The fans are a little frustrated. And they're like, but your sister has come out to chant for you too, and she hasn't said anything about not dividing the money. And if I were you, I'd listen to a sister more than I'd listen to people that don't really know us. Not 10 minutes later, the sister show up and say, don't divide the money. Do not divide the money. Drama for your mama. And eventually everyone gave up on the idea of dividing the money because I think they realized that the fans were getting pissed off. And Wendy won all 4 million minus taxes of those pesos. And she made history. And it was very joyful to watch, though she did have a little panic attack, and maybe the ambulance was considering going in there because she got a little overwhelmed with the excitement of it all. When they announced her as the winner, Nicola was still in the house. They hugged each other. She had to go walk Nicola out so he could leave the house, and she couldn't get up because her legs were too shaky. And then he leaves. It was beautiful. It was sad. Did I cry? Let's not talk about it. Then Wendy is left in the house by herself. And there's a beautiful moment. Look it up on TikTok if you can. There's a beautiful moment where she's sitting there and she's crying. And then she goes, Jefa, to the voice, the boss of the house. And she's like, Jefa. And then the Jefa's like, yes, Wendy. And then Wendy's like, I just feel really alone. And the Jefa said, Wendy, you're not alone. I'm always here with you. And Wendy's like, I'm very happy, but I just feel so alone right now. And it was beautiful. And she deserves every bit of success. There has been a little bit of drama since she came out of the house because her fans are low on tense. And there is a friend that society, and by society, I include myself because I don't like him either, don't like. Okay. There's a man named Marlon. Marlon? Yeah, Marlon, which, let's be honest, name alone, we're judging. Okay. Who she loves. And some may say is in love with. Some may even say they're in a relationship, but they don't want to say. Those are the rumors circulating. And she would go to the cameras every day and she'd be like, Marlon, I miss you. Marlon, come and tell me that you're alive. Marlon, are you thinking about me? Blah, blah, blah. And he didn't show up. You know when he did show up? When the television show called him and told him that they'd pay him to go and make an appearance on the show. And then suddenly he was able to show up. And then he didn't show up after that again. Not when she won. He wasn't there when she won. And now suddenly he's stuck to her side. Like, you wouldn't believe, he's everywhere, up and down. Fandoms are intense. They took down her Instagram because people were so pissed. Anyway, she entered the house with 1.6 million followers on Instagram. She is now at 6.4 million Instagram followers.
Crazy.
A phenomenon. She's a phenomenon. The show was going straight to Mexican families and families in Latin America. And Latin America as a whole decided to embrace this trans woman who used to be a prostitute, who is unapologetic about her sex adventures, who has a father who used to be an alcoholic and used to hit her, who explains how her family came to accept her, because they didn't always accept her, who talks about all of the terrible things that she did, like drugged herself and would steal money and food to survive. And the Latin American family said, we are going to love you and you deserve the best because you've gone through the worst, and we're going to support you. And 18 million votes came in for her. That is unprecedented. You get it. I'm going to try it again.
Unprecedented.
And you get it. And they took to the streets to celebrate her win. Like it was a fucking soccer World Cup. It was insane how happy people were. And in a country that is often so homophobic, the fact that Wendy Guevara won a show that you could only win by being voted by the Mexican public is insane and powerful. And I love that for her. And I love that for Latin America. And I love that for me, because she brought me so many laughs at 3:00 in the morning, because she's hilarious and she's so charismatic. And they've already announced another reality TV show with her, a la Keeping Up with the Kardashians, kind of, with her and her friends. There's already plans for her to have some sort of talk show, because she used to do a mini talk show inside of the house with the contestants, and it really, like, it went really viral on TikTok, and now it's looking like it's going to come to the real world. And she's doing tons of stuff. It's all looking up from here. And a trans woman, and she signed rumors are saying she signed a 3-year contract, which I think was a mistake, but 3-year contract with the network that the show was off of, Televisa, which is one of the most powerful networks in Latin America. A powerful network backing a trans woman is so insane. I love that for her, and I love that for us.
Wendy, come on the pod.
Wendy, please come on the pod. Nicola, also come on the pod. Nicole, I actually am reaching out to Nicola's because I would love to have him on the pod and discuss. He talked a lot about mental health on the show, and about a lot of different things that he's gone through, and I would love to talk to him and suck his penis.
Oh my God.
I couldn't not.
Okay.
I couldn't not.
Listen.
I couldn't not.
Live your life.
Thank you.
You know?
Thank you.
I support you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Julie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Time for some azúcar. I will go first. My azúcar this week, not to bring it down, but I have a really good friend. His name is Jerry, and we are incredible friends. We met in college. We met this summer, in between our first year and second year of college. We lived together during our senior year of college. We lived together like 3 years after that. Very influential, important person in my life. In 2015, when we were living together for the second time, Jerry grew up in Riverside, and we went to school in Riverside. And then after we graduated, we both started working at UCR. He introduced me to his sister, Lula Medina, Lourdes Lula Medina. And here was this bigger than life personality, a lesbian Mexican woman who had a house and a partner and a job, and was funny and vivacious and incredibly talented, could sing like no other. And we spent quite a few times together. I went over to her house with her beautiful partner, Belle. We went out to dinners. We went out drinking. We went out and lived life. And that was in like the year of 2015. In 2016, I moved to LA. And Jerry and I are the type of people where we can not talk for a long time, and as soon as we see each other, it's as if nothing ever happened. A couple weeks ago, Jerry let me know that Lula had passed away. at the very young age of 41. And I was shocked and heartbroken for Jerry and his family. And I know that him and Lula were so close. And I went to the funeral last week, 2 weeks ago, maybe when this airs. And it was great to see Jerry and to pay my final respects to Lula, who, in the short time that we knew each other, was such an influential and impactful moment in my life. And it's hard when somebody so full of life leaves this earth too early. And so my azúcar is the celebration of Lula's life and the time that we shared and the impact that she had on me and my friendship with Jerry, and to all of his family who have had quite an intense couple of months. And so I just want to say that, you know, I appreciate her and I appreciate Jerry. And I hope they find comfort in knowing that she was so incredibly loved by so many people and such a force of nature that, you know, you think you begin to wonder, like, I don't know if the world, you know, could handle how much of that incredible energy she had. Right. And so to Lula Medina, that's my azúcar.
Lula, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Jerry, I'm so sorry for your loss. Adrian, I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thanks, Julie.
Yeah. My azúcar, I was paying attention to you and not thinking about what my azúcar would be. So let me think really quickly. Again, I am still going through withdrawals. You know what my azúcar is? Second place in the competition, but first place in my heart, Nicola Porcella, because I'm obsessed with him. I am actually going through withdrawals. Like, what could Nicola be doing now? Is he working out? Is he napping? Like, what is he doing? Is he brushing his teeth? Where the audience is on the edge of their seats. Nicola seems like a very, don't let me eat my words at some point. Oh, Nicola, don't let me down, sir. Do not embarrass me. But he seems like a man who deserves a second chance and who seems very appreciative of the second chance. I think he's still becoming aware. You know, he was isolated for 71 days and he doesn't know that he became a phenomenon. They're calling him the boyfriend of Mexico. So it's intense. People are begging companies to work with him. They like support, like his fan base is intense, a little scary, some may say. I would not necessarily consider myself a part of his fan base, but I do support him. His fan base is a little too scary for me, and I am 33 years old, so I can't give him my full support, but I am here just refreshing my Instagram to see if he's posted. Nicola, a man from Peru who is officially moving to Mexico. He let us know. I'm not a stalker. He let us know on Instagram. He is moving to Mexico, and that was his dream. If you watch the show, he says constantly that's his dream. His second chance is in Mexico. His dream is to move to Mexico and move his family to Mexico. His mom, his son, and his son's mother, because he's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man that takes care of his kid, and he won't leave his son without his mom. So he knew. This is what he said in the conversation that was very intimate on the podcast with Wendy, on the show with Wendy. They're having a conversation and he's saying how, it shouldn't be that hard to move to Mexico. You just move to Mexico and you get yours. And he's like, well, I have to move my mom and then my son and then my son's mom. And everyone's like, why do you? And he's like, and then I have to be responsible for all of them. And the people are like, why would you have to be responsible for all three of them? That doesn't make. And he's like, well, I take care of all of the son expense. Like, she has a job, she's a makeup artist, but all the money that she earns is for her, and I still have to buy an apartment for my son to live in, and I have to provide for my son to exist and pay for the schooling and do all of that. Like, all of those expenses are mine. That's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man. So it's looking like it's gonna happen. I'm very excited for him. Very excited to see what kind of projects he does. I will be tuning the fuck in. And I think you think I'm joking, but I actually am emailing his manager to see if they will grant. I'm gonna sell it as a US publication who wants a 30-minute podcast interview. And hopefully they'll say, sure, lady, we'll grant you one. And how exciting will that be? Very, let me tell you something. So that's what I got. Nicola Porcella, who's Peruvian, but his parents, his dad is Italian or something. That's why he has the last name Porcella. Anywhozo, look him up. He's easy on the eyes. And if you know Spanish, he's also hilarious. He's also a good time. So here's hoping. We're all crossing our fingers that Nicola doesn't let us down, because fame is a tricky thing, and he's already fucked up fame one time. So we're hoping that he's learned his lesson, that he's older now, that he realizes what he needs to do and keep his focus, and he doesn't let fame get to him again, and he doesn't make some stupid ass mistakes, because I will be the first one to get on here and call him out for them. So we'll be keeping an eye on you, Nicola. Here's hoping you do the best thing you can with a second chance.
I can't imagine how completely and utterly overwhelming it must be to come out of that house and be so incredibly famous. And not just that, but also just like living in the house for that long and being around the same people for that long. And now you're out and now you're not around those people anymore. I mean, I would melt.
I think they make him
not.
I think they make them see a psychologist before they enter the world.
To.
Because one of the contestants made a comment like that his family went to go see. There was a video of him reuniting with his family, and they were like, "What took you so long?" He's like, "I had to meet with the psychologist before I came out here."
Right.
So I do think they try to ease them into it. But again, if we're thinking, Nicola went into this house being absolutely despised by Peruvian media. Nobody knowing who he was in Mexico, and he came out. Peruvian media has completely turned and is supporting him, and Mexico is obsessed with him, and he is Wendy is the talk, but people are obsessed with Nicola. Like, it's all over Latin America. It's insane. So it's got to be a shock to the system.
Yeah, I mean, I've been through like really intense group settings for a period of time, and then like coming out of them is difficult, and so I cannot imagine doing it on that level. It's really wild. Anyways, thank you, Julie.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, well, that is going to do it for us. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And thank you for all of the support. Make sure that you like, subscribe, review, do all the fun things that you could do with this podcast on the internet. Make sure that you share it with somebody. Today, we want to share it with somebody you love, because who knows where the world is going. And we got to tell everybody we love them as many times as we can.
I agree.
And they'll hopefully appreciate it, because who doesn't love the gift of us? Make sure that you leave us a review like Boozilla did. Boozilla, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And then we'll be back next week with more Chisme. But until then, make sure you have lots of love, lots of peace, and most importantly, lots of Chisme in your life. Bye.
Bye.